Howdy. who used to sing that or say that?
She had a hat with a tag.
Price tag on it.
Yeah.
Mini Pearl.
Mini Pearl.
Thank you very much. This is the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show. Just ahead, we're going to have This Week in Auto History. This is Conrad's half hour, okay?
All right.
This Week in Auto History, we're going to have the cruise-in calendar.
Do we have to stay?
And we're also going to get you updated on the stories making car news this week.
Please leave.
So that's what we've got coming up in this segment of the show. And we got plenty of news.
Always.
But let's do the cruise-in calendar.
So
because
the biggest one everybody needs to prepare for is Tailpipes and Tacos.
Yes.
And that's on the 17th of September.
So that is 3 weeks from today.
And it's 8 to 11.
And we'll be there.
Tortillas at Grand Park.
better be.
We'll be there. They give away. They're giving away
The
3
chili
awards.
pepper trophies.
The chili pepper trophies, and that's the 3 awards are best classic, best modern,
Classic.
and best hot rod.
Yep.
So pretty cool. Very cool award though too.
We need one to display here in the studio.
Okay.
Well, because I'll forget. So when you see Stan, then you need to put in a request. Would you give us one to display?
Yeah.
And then
Absolutely.
Saturday, September 3rd, is the Chick-fil-A in Magnolias having their first annual Fast Cars and Freedom Car Show. Monday, September the 5th, Labor Day Monday, the 3rd annual Car and Bike Show in Rosenberg on Commercial Drive. And then September the 10th, the 5th annual Car Show at Lake Church. So also September 10th is Feed the Bug Show for all you Volkswagen fanatics.
Yes.
Out there at El Jardin Beach. Hot Rod Madness is at the Rock Sports Bar and Grill off of Loetta, and that is October 9th, starting at 8 a.m. October 16th, starting at 9 a.m. is the Mustang Club of Houston Fall Open Car Show at Planet Ford.
Oh.
Planet Ford is the Ford dealer that sponsors the Mustang Club of Houston, so they always have a big show there every year, and that is a good show to go to.
Did you happen to mention Chrome and Coffee?
Chrome and Coffee is next Sunday at Avalon Diner.
Yep.
What a great spot that is. Easy on and
that
off
is
the highway.
That's a growing cruise-in.
Yeah.
Is it?
Every month it gets more and more. And the nice thing about it is you go in there and have breakfast.
Yeah.
And
Good breakfast.
I will save a parking spot for you and your Ols next Sunday.
I probably won't be there, but you can save me a spot.
So what are the
'Cause I
plans?
sleep in.
What
I
are the
sleep
plans for the Oldsmobile?
Since it is your half hour.
It'd take me more
We
than a
can
half hour
fix
to
it in
explain
30
it.
minutes.
No. Well, I mean, you got a half hour.
Just need to take the time to fix it. It's just a matter of taking the time to do it.
but
It's
you have
not
to
a matter-
pull the steering column out of it?
Yeah, which means I got to get under it. So I'm going to take it to a shop to do it. Then Tim was the one who worked on it before, and actually this is a new steering column, so I'm a little upset with the company that made it because it didn't last 2 years.
Well, is it with the key in the column?
Yeah, well, it's the
locking.
The key rotation device works fine. It's the rack and the rod that goes down to the ignition switch, and I don't know if the problem is because it rotates a gear, and that's what pushes the rod down to the ignition switch. So I don't know if my problem is down in the switch or if it's in the rack somewhere.
Well,
And it's a tilt wheel, so it's a little more complicated.
is it built like a GM?
Yeah. It takes GM parts to fix it.
I see.
But, I bought a $1,000 steering column for this, and it didn't work for 2 years. It didn't work after 2 years.
Yeah,
so
that's BS.
I've already written them, and the warranty was a year. I'm like, okay. Might have been a year, but I doubt it was used 20 times.
I know.
So, oh well.
There is another Oldsmobile that does go out there.
I have a record driver.
I have Haggerty insurance. I've got the record covered,
Okay.
but haven't used it.
Do you need Mike to crawl up under there? He'll take a look at it.
Yeah, I'll crawl up under there and look at it.
Will you?
I'll even take pictures.
Cool.
We just got to dig.
All I'm gonna
we
do.
just got to dig it out of the garage. That's the problem.
No, it's easy to get in and out of the garage.
Is it?
Yep.
Push it in and
Is there
out.
air in the
all it
tires?
has, yeah. All it has is a cover on it.
There's not a bunch of junk laying all over the top.
No.
of it?
I don't pile crap on it.
It's all in the trunk.
It's all in the trunk in the back seat.
It's all
to?
inside the trunk.
Inside the trunk.
Do you even
There's
know?
not a bunch of junk inside the car either.
do you
It's all
do you
in the
remember
trunk.
what's in the trunk?
Yeah.
Junk?
Yes, the old steering column's in the trunk, the spare tire, the jack.
What about looking at that old steering column to see if those parts are relatable to the new one?
That's probably a good point. The only
might have
problem
that
with them
part
is
right
they're
there.
50 years old.
Right in front of you.
Maybe so. That's a good idea.
Parts aren't that expensive. I've already looked them up.
You know, you're a pretty good dancer. You danced her all around this thing.
He did, didn't he? He's
It's
been
not
dancing.
gonna- It's not going to be there next
When's
time.
when's the last time the thing ran? 2 years ago?
It's more like a clogger.
Probably October 2 years ago. I think the last.
Well,
Yeah.
what event did we go to? The rally that we went on a cruise with you.
Yeah, that might have been the last time
Yeah.
I drove it. When
No,
we did
because
that.
I don't think COVID was in place then.
No,
No,
when
no,
we did the forest when we did the forest rally,
Right.
Yeah,
we drove up to the state park.
because we took your vet and then your
Rally.
Olds.
Yep. That was a
that may
fun
have
trip.
been the last time I drove it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a very fun trip on my 10-year-old tires.
You know what
Ooh.
you need to do?
Because that's part of the other thing is the tires are now probably 12 years old, so it needs a set of tires. There isn't anything wrong with the tires other than they've aged out.
Yeah.
Yeah, my dad said the same thing whenever I told him, Dad, your tires are way past, they've
6 years.
expired.
I still got lots of tread on them.
Well, that's exactly what he said.
Yeah.
He said, and they're not worn out yet.
Well,
So I've got to put a set of tires on it as
I would
well.
like to offer, if I may, an invitation to go with me again down to the Hot Rod Tour of Texas. That's what is that? April,
March.
May,
I think it was March last year.
whatever
March
it
or
was.
April.
Yeah, go on that. You will have an absolute ball.
They're still posting information.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I kid you not. That was probably one of the best car events that I've ever been on.
Is there anywhere or any way that we could do a remote?
No.
That way we could all go down there? They
No.
don't
Yeah, but
stay in one
We
place.
could have Sparkman back on.
Well, yeah,
Maybe have
we're
him
going to
and
do
Woody
that.
on at the same time.
But
Do what?
Have
wanna-
him and Woody on at the same time.
I want to
Yeah.
have.
yeah, but they just don't stay in one place long enough, do they?
No.
I mean, that's what we talked about last time with him. It just they're gone.
That's what it's all about, though.
Yeah.
It was a road trip that we started off down there in Victoria, and that morning
Drove to Shiner.
Yeah.
Ainsley has a van. We could all hop in his van. In fact, we saw him leaving the restaurant last night. He pulled up next to us at a light. Kathy was flabbergasted that a young man's driving a minivan.
And it was
Blew
Angel.
her mind, yeah.
He loves that thing.
Yeah,
he
it's
took
nice.
it all the way up there to the UP of
Is that
Michigan.
a Sienna?
Yeah.
No, it's an Odyssey.
Honda Odyssey.
Yeah.
It's a
When
great-
we had ours,
bought it
I mean,
from
we
Emmons.
loved it because it was. I mean, not only could we put all the kids in it and the grandkids when they came along, but we were doing a lot of freelance work. The back would open up and there was shade and there was
Emmons Motorflex.
all the equipment.
Yep.
Yeah, and the thing only had like 30,000 miles on it.
Oh,
It was
less than
brand
that.
new.
Yeah. And
I haven't really followed where they are with what's going on in racing. I always look for them at the national events.
Well,
but I
we're
don't
going to
look at
talk
the
to them
Loges.
after the Indy event.
Okay.
They
Well,
want-
My
they wanted to
guess-
wait
my
until
guess
after that.
is that they're there in Indy this weekend.
Yeah, because
I
Indy's
would-
coming up.
They would definitely be at Indy, and I'm sure all of them are
The
at Indy.
big go.
Yeah, that's whenever I talked to them 2 weeks ago. They wanted to wait until after Indy.
Yeah,
Well,
'cause
that'd be
the-
good because they could display their trophies and things.
Yeah.
The
Absolutely.
dancing Wally.
Yep, the moving Wally. Absolutely.
All right. We did the cruise-in calendar, and I was going to kind of bump things up a little bit here,
Okay.
if that's okay with you boys. I would like to do the This Week in Auto History.
Yes.
Sure.
I got it all queued up.
Because, a lot of people don't really, they'll listen to the first part of the show, then they tune out in the second part of the show.
Sort of like us.
That's right. like we always do, week in and week out. So let's talk about This Week in Auto History.
In 1897,
I was there.
Ransom Eli Olds
Oh,
of
of
Lansing,
course.
Michigan, founded Olds Motor Works, which later became Oldsmobile. The Curve Dash Oldsmobile was the first American car to be produced on a progressive assembly line system,
What's a progressive?
a moving assembly
Yeah.
line.
Oh, I thought Henry Ford did that.
No, he was the first mass-produced vehicle. The first moving assembly line was Oldsmobile.
Okay.
So, okay.
And then in 1901, Cadillac, named after the 18th century French explorer, the founder of the city, by Henry Leland, former mechanic and precision machinist, for Ford, he founded Cadillac.
He got ticked off at Ford.
Exactly, exactly.
Fired.
Well, he had an engine that he had proposed to Henry, and Henry said no, so he took that engine and started Cadillac.
Good for him.
And look where Henry's at today. Huh.
Dead.
And look where Leland is. You know, he went from Cadillac, and then he went to Lincoln. So he didn't do bad for himself either.
That was before Henry bought Lincoln.
Correct. In 1909, in front of some 12,000 spectators, automotive engineer Louis Schweitzer wins the 2-lap, 5-mile inaugural race at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Can you imagine going there just to watch them drive around that thing twice versus 200 times of the 500-mile race?
You got to figure how fast were they going.
True.
It may have taken them just about as long.
And since this is we need more Jeff. In 1945 this week, the last Cadillac-built M24 tank was produced.
I want one.
Ending the company's World War II efforts. Civilian auto production virtually ceased after the attack on Pearl Harbor, and the U.S. automotive industry turned to war production. Between 1940 and 1945, automotive firms built almost $29 billion worth of military materials.
That's beautiful.
Including Jeeps, trucks, machine guns, carbines, helmets, aerial bombs, planes, and tanks. And in 1958, the last Packard was produced.
Never was a big Packard fan.
No, and then Packard was actually bought by Studebaker, and then a couple of the names were carried on, but yeah, the last Packard was produced.
Nice tailpipe tips. I like it.
In 1967, AMC jumps into the pony car market with the Javelin, which I thought was a cool car, and the AMX even more so, but I don't think it ever really took off the way it could have. And then in 1973...
Just a moment.
Wolfman Jack. X-E-R-B.
Oh, this is Wolfman Jack Show, baby. Hope all you people taking down all your pictures, because we're going to be playing some of that bounce off the wall music, baby.
See you later, Alligator.
Well, I saw my baby walking.
All right.
So 50 years ago, American Graffiti was released.
Sweet.
Think about that. 50 years ago, it was American Graffiti was finally released. And if you think about, what was your favorite car?
Look
in
at
American
Ron Howard today compared to what it was back in...
Well, and you think about some of the actors that were in American Graffiti. Ron Howard, Harrison Ford, Richard Dreyfuss, Cindy Williams,
Suzanne Summers,
Mackenzie Phillips, Wolfman Jack, Francis Ford Coppola actually had a part in the show. Bo Gentry, Johnny Weissmuller Jr. was in it, not Tarzan, but his son. He was in it. Joe Spano. Now you'd know who Joe Spano is if you saw him. You wouldn't know. I don't know if you'd know his name. But some pretty. Kay Lenz was in. There was some super uber famous people that were in American Graffiti, got their start there. So pretty good movie.
We saw that at the drive-in at the Hot Rod Power Tour. And I have to tell you, I don't know whether I hadn't seen it in decades. And I watched it and I thought,
did you tear up?
Not at all. It's kind of lost its shimmer, its shine. It just it's almost not relatable today. I know. I can't believe it either.
Because of the storyline or the quality of the picture?
No, not the quality. I think the storyline is weak in it. But remember, I think that the attraction to that movie was that nobody had done a movie like that.
Right.
And it was nostalgia. And think of the people that they were appealing to. People that were like my dad.
Mm-hmm. And it was portraying Modesto, California, back in the very early 60s, late 50s.
They need American Graffiti Transformers movie.
No, thank you. We don't need...
Or, something like that.
The music was great.
Vin Diesel in it.
Yeah, the music was very good because I love that era of music. And then in 1991, if you remember, Mazda Motor Corporation introduced the luxury car market with the Amati. You remember that? The
Vaguely.
Mazda Amati, this thing. When you think of other Toyota introduced Lexus, Honda introduced Acura, Infinity is a brand of Nissan, and Mazda Amati never went anywhere.
No, I think I might have seen one or two.
Yeah,
It was a
brand that flopped.
It was the turd emoji.
Where other luxury brands of the Japanese imports flourish to this day, this one was just a total flop.
It's not much different than the Toyotas of the day, the luxurious Toyotas of the day.
Yep. Oh, well, true. So that is this week in automotive history.
Well, that was a good
Some
one.
pretty good ones.
Liked it.
Pretty good stuff.
Yeah.
The story of American graffiti, I think, is great. The people who made a name for themselves and became something.
It moves slow. It's a slow-moving movie.
So what was your favorite car in American graffiti?
Oh, the 32 Ford.
Yes.
No, the 55.
The Milner
for me.
Coupe.
Yeah.
See, I'm the 58 Impala, the white with the red stripe on it.
I never
thought that
liked the
was
58 Impala.
It was a 1 year only car.
You know that
Yeah,
car is back
although
on
that
the
is
show
great.
circuit.
Is it?
Yeah.
The actual car?
The
is?
actual car, and it had been ragged out to no end. Somebody bought it from the movie company and drove it.
Yeah.
They used it. It was ragged out. Whew.
I thought that was such a cool car.
You like the 58 Chevrolet?
I like it too, but I would prefer the hot rod of the 55.
Oh, absolutely.
And wasn't the 55 that kind of went through a few movies, didn't it?
Yeah.
We learned that with the guy at Ferrari versus Ford. Is that car? What was his
It was
name?
Project
with
X.
Yeah, it was with the singer.
no.
What's his name? Guitar player, singer, was in it.
Two-lane blacktop
Yeah,
with James
that's it.
Taylor.
Yep,
James
James
Taylor.
Taylor. That's
know,
it.
I don't know. Did Project X, was that a Project X car?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. I know the Project X was in Lawrence of
boy.
Hollywood Nights.
Start him on this.
He started himself.
He's a self-starter.
He's a
I am
self-starter.
a self-starter.
And apparently can finish himself, too.
Oh,
Mars just said
I
that?
did. He
Is
did.
Becky
yeah.
listening?
No,
no,
probably
she's not.
How do you know that?
She's not on the
she's-
list.
She's
Becky.
listening to the
Jerry
podcast.
Emmons is watching.
Cool.
Hi, Jerry. We were just talking about you guys.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, we need to get him back on.
Well,
we need
that's
to
where we
do
are after
yeah.
Indy.
So when he comes back from Indy.
They will lights out Indy. We know they're going to have a good Indy.
Yeah.
Mike could go to Indy and interview him at the track.
Ooh.
Zhao Lang Zhang.
What?
Name that rolls off the tip of your tongue. Zhao Lang Zhang, a former Apple engineer, pleaded guilty to trade secret theft. One of two people accused of stealing trade secrets from the iPhone maker's nascent self-driving car program. U.S. prosecutors have alleged that Zhang downloaded the plan for a circuit board for Apple's self-driving vehicle after disclosing his intentions to work for a Chinese autonomous car startup and booking a last-minute flight to China. Way to go. He was arrested at the San Jose airport after he passed through a security checkpoint. Busted,
Do you know the way to San Jose?
apparently.
Through prison.
Even a class of one. The new Ford Bronco Raptor's beating out the notion of competition. According to early reviews, Ford Motor Company's newest model under the Bronco nameplate is meant to cater to one demographic, the most extreme off-road racing enthusiasts. The Raptor is not hiding its intentions. It's 9.8 inches wider than the base Bronco model, and it comes with a tougher steel frame, shock towers, and axles. 37-inch tires are the largest
Wow,
of any
yeah.
current production SUV, according
Love
to
it.
Ford. Under the hood, your favorite, the twin-turbo EcoBoost V6 and 10-speed automatic transmission combined to produce 418 horsepower, enough to climb mountain rocks and speed through desert sand. A notable feature included to help with high-speed desert runs is Baja mode, which aims to optimize throttle control and torque delivery. The Raptor is cheaper than its closest competitors, Ford's F-150 Raptor and the Jeep Wrangler Rubicon 392, starting at $70,095 for a Bronco. It may be hard to obtain one, however, as all 2022 models will be delivered to reservation holders. God knows what the markup on that's going to be.
Yeah. So did you see some of the social media posts about replacing a battery in an EV? So can be
10 grand.
No, it was like 24 grand.
Yeah, it was in 20s, low 20s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was a Chevy Volt. It was 8 years old, or a little over 10 years
20
old.
grand.
And 70,000.
How much did the car cost?
Probably about the same. So GMC is saying that or General Motors is saying that the batteries of their new Ultium platform are going to be covered for 10 years or 150,000 miles, whichever comes first, which is a pretty lengthy window. Tesla covers the Model X and S batteries for 150,000 miles or 8 years, but GM says the new Ultium architecture is supposed to go between 150 and 250,000 miles. The question is, when it does come time to replace them, how expensive are they going to be? The Chevy Volt battery pack was over $25,000 to replace.
Wow.
Now, it comes in 3 segments, and that's to replace all 3 segments at once. I would assume each of those segments is somewhere between 8 to
Eveready,
$10,000.
Duracell.
Yeah.
So you're saying that even then, 8 years ago, it was in 3 segments?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, because when I saw that, I was wondering, well, surely it's not the same battery today because of the differences in technology as it was back then. And then that gets into the whole question: how long are you going to be able to get that battery?
Oh, yeah, because they only
I can't
have to
even get an
produce-
ABS module
Yeah.
for a 3-year-old,
Yeah.
5-year-old.
And the other thing is, it
Don't call me
comes in
Shirley.
3 segments, but if one segment's bad because of time and age, the other 2 segments aren't very far behind.
Right,
So
right,
you're
right.
better off, it's kind of like...
Do the whole thing.
Right.
Ford Motor Company plans to eliminate 3,000 jobs globally this week, according to a letter sent to employees this past Monday and obtained by Automotive News. The automaker is cutting 2,000 salaried positions and 1,000 agency jobs, CEO Jim Farley and Executive Chair Bill Ford said. Affected employees in the U.S., Canada, and India will be informed. The letter said this week the Ford spokesman confirmed the letter as authentic. The cuts are expected across a variety of roles, including purchasing, and are expected to come in both its Ford Blue and Model E divisions. Cuts are also being made at Ford Credit. The company told employees that in addition to eliminating jobs, it's reorganizing and simplifying functions within its organization.
Is that like top-heavy management?
Yes, and Ford is expected to announce the new Mustang. It's going to have a hybrid powertrain,
Right.
And they're expecting to release it September of this year. It's still going to have the same look of a Mustang, but the new Mustang, the next generation Mustang, is right around the corner.
We saw one the other day. It was a V6 and it had Borla exhaust on it. It's terrible.
Well, they actually sell a turbo 4-cylinder version of the Mustang.
It was just still sounded terrible.
And then in 2024, Honda Accord Type R. So they're going to have a supercharged engine in a Honda Accord. So they're going to make a hot rod Honda
Oh,
Accord.
Lord. Are you serious?
Yeah, four-door or
And
two-door?
then they're going to
Four-door.
steal it.
Four-door,
Thi-
of course.
It'll be on the hot sheet list.
Good Lord. 62% of auto borrowers financed used vehicles during the second quarter, up 2 points from the first quarter, and a 4-point increase from a year earlier.
Will they get $10,000 back from
I
Biden?
doubt it. The flight is used vehicles could be seen across all credit tiers, with the largest gain seen in the 77% of near-prime customers financing used models, up 5 points from a year earlier. Experian defines near-prime as customers with credit scores between 601 and 660. Used vehicle buyers financed record amounts during the second quarter, borrowing $28,534, up nearly $4,500 a year earlier. And agreed to record monthly payments of $515, up $75 from a year earlier, according to Experian. They also committed to record loan lengths of 68 months, nearly 2 more months than the terms in the second quarter of 2021 on a used
Yeah,
car.
I think they actually offer up to 84, which is what, 6 years? 7 years.
7 years.
7 years.
7 years finance.
Oh my gosh.
Talk about being upside down.
You
For-
walk out the door, you're
for
upside down.
well, yeah, but you're going to be upside down for 6 years.
And we kind of touched on this. Ford is increasing the starting price of the Mustang Mach-E, roughly between $3,000 and $8,000 depending on trim, due to rising material costs and supply chain constraints that have
And
wiped out the
government rebate.
vehicle's profitability. The cheapest model, the Select rear-wheel drive standard range, will now cost $48,195. It's expensive. But, and by the way, Jeff, Audi will join Formula One starting in 2026 as the Volkswagen Group brand bets it can bolster its business by competing in the popular racing circuit.
Nice.
Audi will build a dedicated F1 powertrain at a facility in Newburgh, Germany, the brand said Friday in a statement. It'll make a decision on which team to partner with by the end of the year. Time now for a quick break. We'll be right back after this quick message.
Get out the permanent marker and write on your wall calendar the next Tailpipes and Tacos Cruise-In, Saturday, September 17th, 2022. It's the fall edition of Tailpipes and Tacos at the Lupi Tortilla in Katy, 8 to 11 a.m. It's the only place cruisers compete for Lupi's chili pepper trophies and other prizes. There's no charge to enter your vehicle for Best Hot Rod, Best Classic, or Best Modern Classic. Tailpipes and Tacos is Houston's coolest and most unique cruise-in and is your opportunity to see the best hot rods, show cars, classics, and resto mods, and get Lupi Tortilla breakfast tacos with adult beverages. There's no entry fee, and cars will automatically compete for those much sought-after custom Lupi trophies and other prizes. It happens at the Lupi Tortilla Tex-Mex in Katy on the Grand Parkway at Kingsland Boulevard, just south of I-10. It's Tailpipes and Tacos Fall Edition, Saturday, September 17th. The In Real Time Car Talk Show will be there too. Celebrate the beginning of fall and the return of the Tailpipes and Tacos Cruise-In, Saturday morning, September 17th, 8 to 11 a.m. We'll see you then, weather permitting. Want to take a minute to tell you about Gulf Coast Auto Shield, a Houston detail company like no other. Gulf Coast Auto Shield offers paint correction services that'll give your car, truck, or SUV a like-new shine. Afterwards, you want to protect it with a professionally installed nano-ceramic coating or protection film. Worried about your very expensive windshield getting damaged, broken, or cracked? Let Gulf Coast Auto Shield install Exo Shield, a windshield protection film. Give John Gray a call today or check out their website, gcautoshield.com. Hey, whether you own a new, ultra-expensive, exotic, or a 5-year-old Suburban, Gulf Coast Auto Shield will help keep your investment looking like the day it rolled off the assembly line. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is conveniently located on the South Sam Houston Parkway, just south of I-69, the Southwest Freeway. Meet the staff and check out all of their services online right now at gcautoshield.com. The In Wheel Time Car Talk Show is now part of the iHeart family. Now you'll have access to 24/7 Car Talk anytime you need a fix. Just download the iHeart Radio app and ask for In Wheel Time Car Talk, and there we are. Be sure to save us in your iHeart library for instant access. No matter where you are, you have the best Car Talk Show right on your PC, laptop, or mobile device and never have to worry about finding us again. Of course, you can always get access to our video and audio streams via InWheelTime.com and your favorite podcast channel, and all of this is free to you. From the iHeart Radio app, you'll not only hear our Saturday morning live show, but the best shows of the past, updated weekly. Never miss a minute of up-to-date new car reviews, pre-owned reviews, Conrad's Car Clinic, informative interviews, automotive news, and the most fun car talk show on the planet. Just download the iHeart Radio app, search for In Wheel Time Car Talk, save it to your library, and with a tap of the icon, you'll be in touch with your favorite Car Talk team. In Wheel Time Car Talk, streaming now on iHeart.com/In Wheel Time Car Talk. Well, that does it for this edition of the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show. Well, it's that time. And I've lost my closing page.
It's all right.
Is it? Yeah, we can ad-lib it, can't we?
Absolutely.
Well, I'm sorry.
Brought to you by all this stuff. Subscribe.
Are you saying something?
He's like the kid at,
I can't hear you.
he's like the kid at after a test. He's got to fold his books up and put his galoshes on and get ready to go.
You took your headset off.
He did. He always does that.
I don't understand. So what's up with that? Anyway, hey, we'll say goodbye for now. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah. Be sure to subscribe to YouTube. To our YouTube channel. We'll be here next Saturday, 8 to 11.
What? Keep going.
I'm thinking we're on iHeart Radio. You can pick us up on iHeart Radio. We're live right now. You can pick up an instant replay later on this evening and tomorrow and all during the week.
The important thing is subscribe.
Yes.
There are. Yeah.
Monty the singing donkey can subscribe.
Yeah, but what Conrad's saying, Monty the
Conrad's
singing
saying
donkey
It'd
subscribe.
be nice if you had a headset on
Yeah.
so we all could hear you. Anyway,
You're done.
that's it for In Wheel Time. For Mike, Conrad, Jeff, I'm Don. See you guys later.
Goodbye.